Oh my God. Brace yourselves, family. We're about to meet a being with intelligence far beyond ours. Boy, give me my baseball bat.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at some of the most infamous Springfield adventures that caught the ire of fans and critics alike.
Big City.
Number 20, That 90s Show.
Are you saying that America was founded on misconceptions?
Who said that? That is exactly what I'm saying. Fall semester, you just got interesting.
We guess The Simpsons also predicted the 2023 That 70s Show revival by using its title first. Unfortunately, that does not make the actual episode any better. After discovering Marge's diploma, she and Homer tell the kids about their time in the 90s, where Marge developed a crush on her college professor and Homer started a grunge band.
I can't do it. Our harmony-laden R&B doesn't make sense in this cruel world. I'm taking our music to the next level.
While the 90s references were amusing, the episode falls apart by deconstructing the established heartwarming love story between Homer and Marge just to appeal to the show's floating timeline.
Unfortunately, as I later learned, that wasn't heroin, it was insulin. Homer really did need those injections.
I had become diabetic from drinking too many frappuccinos.
The two kept this story from their kids for so long, and after seeing them disrespect the show's continuity, we wish it could have stayed that way. Number 19, Clown in the Dumps.
You will always be remembered for your countless appearances on the Krusty the Clown Show and your one appearance on To Catch a Predator.
Hey, I spent a lifetime making people happy.
Yeah, plastic surgeons and divorce lawyers.
To put it bluntly, it sucks to be Krusty the Clown in this episode. He loses his confidence after a celebrity roast, and then his father, Rabbi Hyman Krustovsky, dies before he can say what he really thinks of his son's comedy. The marketing said that a major player was supposed to die in the episode. Many mistakenly believed that Krusty would be the one to bite the dust.
Go back to Earth. Do something with your life. Help people. Help people. Help people. Help people.
Nothing. Not getting a pulse.
I gotta change my life.
No disrespect to the rabbi, but he wasn't exactly a staple for the show, so it's easy to see why people felt his passing was anticlimactic. Other than that, it was a rather dismal episode that ended on an uplifting note.
Just this once. You think you could turn water into a Bloody Mary? I tell you, you're all right, you know?
Number 18, A Midsummer's Nice Dreams.
Say the line, man. They already know the line. What's the surprise? What's the point? The point is they still give us a shoebox full of 20s to do this. Now say it. Dave's not going to sell out anymore, man. I can't say it.
Remember when having guest stars meant something on this show? Season 22 forgot when they had comedy duo Cheech and Chong appear. When the duo breaks up, Homer ends up taking Chong's place in the act, and clearly he's more excited about it than we were.
Hey, man, you're all right. How'd you like to be the new Chong?
Yes! Will I get to meet Dave?
There is no Dave.
How about Don Johnson?
It'd be easier to meet Dave.
Fans of Cheech and Chong may not appreciate their material being so watered down, while those who have never heard of them will be scratching their heads trying to understand their relevancy. So who was this episode for? While it ends on a happy note, the moment is ruined by a blatant Hulu ad.
Every wrong. Cheech the Stoner has his Chong. And Homer, he is back with Mom. You can watch this tomorrow at Hulu.com.
The side plot of Marge becoming a hoarder would have been funnier if it were the leading story.
I can't believe the crazy house would throw out all these forks.
Number 17, Bart vs. Itchy and Scratchy.
We're making some big changes to your favorite cartoon.
It's different!
It's an all-female reboot of Itchy and Scratchy.
Oh my God!
You know we're off to a bad start when there isn't a couch gag to ease us in. An all-female reboot of Itchy and Scratchy has Bart and his friends in an uproar. However, when Bart actually enjoys the reboot, he ends up falling in with a band of extreme feminists who cause pandemonium across the town.
No, you can trust me. I'm not just any fourth grader.
Whoa, this dude's a Barto.
The Simpsons had tackled social commentary fairly well in the past, but here they got lazy. They relied on stereotypes and painted modern feminism in a horrible light instead of trying to help us understand the real issues.
Well, whoever they are the coolest badasses this town has ever seen. Whoever they are.
Throw in another Lisa is the villain plot, and you've got the perfect episode to hate, not watch.
Good, because if you were fighting for women's rights, it would destroy my entire vision of the universe.
Actually, I totally am.
Number 16. All singing, all dancing.
They're singing! They're singing, Marge! Why aren't they killing each other?
Homer is horrified when he discovers that he accidentally rented a musical for movie night. The family then starts rewatching songs from the first 8 seasons, and that's the whole episode. There's an amusing subplot when Snake breaks into the family's home to show his disdain for singing, ironically singing himself, but other than that, it's mostly a cash-grabbing clip show.
Please spare my children.
And their damp-trousered paw.
A singing family, it's worse than I feared. For hostage purposes, you're just too weird.
On the plus side, it features many of our favorite tunes, such as the Monorail song and Who Needs the Quickie Mart. But you know what would be better? Going back to watch the episodes when we first heard them. Also, just because the family's aware they're in a clip show doesn't make it any less lazy.
In the Garden of Eden, honey, don't you know that I love you?
Number 15. The Fight Before Christmas.
Simpson, you're shipping out tonight.
Right before Christmas?
Hitler doesn't take a holiday. Well, he does, but he doesn't tell people.
Are you in need of the Christmas spirit? You won't find it in this Treehouse of Horror ripoff. This not-so-festive stocking stuffer tells 4 different tales told in The Simpsons' dreams. Bart's dream features him clashing with Santa with a rather predictable ending.
Listen here, Kringle. I may have been naughty this year, but by today's standards, naughty's nothing. I didn't get anybody pregnant. I didn't Facebook a kid to death. Make with my dirt bike.
Kid, this company's bust.
Lisa's tackles her hatred of Christmas trees, ending in a bizarre Inglourious Basterds spoof. Marge's dream has Martha Stewart turning her house upside down and then hastily leaving. Rounding everything up is an amusing Muppets tribute guest starring Katy Perry, who does nothing but look pretty.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good pop star / fashionista Katy Perry.
While there were genuine laughs to be had, the segments lacked the punch they could have had.
Well, I'm not sure anyone asked your opinion.
Number 14. Whiskey Business.
How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Are you sure it wasn't Staying Alive?
Do you watch The Simpsons to laugh or forget your problems? Well, this episode will fix that for you with some of the bleakest stories imaginable. Right off the bat, we see Moe feeling so hopeless that he tries to take his own life. His luck turns around when he gets a fancy new suit. But once the suit's gone, so's his good fortune.
Don't you know the story of Dumbo the elephant?
I didn't go to movies as a kid. Spent all my time at the pierogi factory. Dab the potato, fold the dough. That was my Star Wars.
The episode ends on a bittersweet note, where Moe manages to pick himself up and keep going in life. For now. There's also a fairly sweet side plot with Bart and Grandpa, and a wasted, hastily ended one with Lisa.
You're a hologram, aren't you?
No. Resetting.
Have you no shame?
But they're not enough to cheer us up after watching Moe's ongoing misery. Number 13. I'm Just a Girl Who Can't Say Dough.
So real quick, the best kind of original show is one that rips off a big hit. What's the biggest hit? How's it poppin'?
No, Hamilton by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, the guy from In the Heights. Now, how did I know that?
Remember the episode A Streetcar Named Marge? A heartwarming episode where Marge gets involved in musical theater?
Ooh, she can fly.
I think it's supposed to symbolize her descent into madness.
Well, imagine that, but without the humor or emotional pathos. In this attempt, Marge is directing a parody of Hamilton retelling the founding of Springfield. Meanwhile, Homer joins a Daddy and Me class where the men just ogle the attractive supervisor.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Poor little Eggy, leaking your goo. The Red Queen's not looking. I'll kiss your boo-boo.
Suffice it to say, there was no sustenance to this episode. It felt more like a first draft of a story that could have worked, but became nothing more than dull musical theater references and an open admission to cashing in on Hamilton's popularity at the time.
Now this bear and I are one and the same. He gave his life so that I could have fame.
Jebediah Springfield.
Cut the commercial.
That's a cut to commercial, everyone.
We get a cute scene of Homer and Maggie dancing together at least. Number 12, Every Man's Dream.
The only way you and Homer will ever be happy is to spend a little time apart, followed by more time apart, followed by a divorce.
They've had plenty of ups and downs, and yet Homer and Marge always manage to work things out and thrive. However, season 27's opener takes a cynical turn in their marriage. Apparently, they've been so miserable together that they end up separating and dating other people.
Oh, consider yourself lucky. Most guys never even get a chance to lose an amazing woman like Marge.
If Marge is in play, I'm cleaning up.
Things only get messier when the whole thing turns out to have been a dream. Inside another dream, inside yet another dream being told on a random woman's tattoo.
So none of it happened? We're still together?
Somehow.
Woohoo! And you thought our only option was to break up.
What started out as a very bleak shift in Homer and Marge's marriage turned into a cliched cop-out that made the whole episode a waste of our time. Maybe we were dreaming when this episode premiered because it was one agonizing nightmare. Number 11, The Musk Who Fell to Earth.
Bald eagle.
It is.
The episode starts out promising enough as the family deals with a bald eagle. Unfortunately, the fun is over when Elon Musk, voiced by himself, crashes the party.
So what brings you to Springfield, Mr. Musk?
What does bring me to Springfield? Well, to start with, I'm an idea man. It's my restaurant teatre.
Raisin tetra.
After that, he completely takes over the show. The rest of the cast, especially Lisa, worship the ground he walks on, and he ends up costing the nuclear power plant employees their jobs. We can't even pretend to care about his budding friendship with Homer.
A yoga mat that rolls itself up, silent Velcro, baseball tickets that guide you to your seat.
Sweet Colombian exposition. Musk lives.
The only thing more boring than the episode's story is Musk's acting. The fact that the episode basically predicted him buying out Twitter makes it even more painful to watch.
No! Musk, you tricked me!
Not a trick. We sacrifice now to take care of the future, in a way totally determined by me.
Number 10, Homer versus Dignity. If it weren't for that scene, Homer versus Dignity would have been an unremarkable episode. But they just had to have a panda sexually assault Homer. The episode sees Mr. Burns using a cash-strapped Homer as his prank monkey.
Hey! What are you doing, man? That's Carl!
In one instance, Homer is forced to dress as a panda and entertain people at the zoo. This is when things get really weird.
Hey, there's our resident bull panda, Ping Ping. With any luck, folks, these two will become very, very close, if you know what I mean.
A male panda thinks that Homer is a female, pounces, and physically drags him into a cave. Moe's creepy commentary makes it even worse.
You ain't going nowhere, cutie.
Fans were understandably outraged, and many consider this the moment The Simpsons devolved into gross-out shock humor akin to Family Guy and South Park. Number 9, What to Expect When Bart's Expecting. This episode managed to be both redundant and absurd. It starts with Bart accidentally impregnating his art teacher via a voodoo doll.
I'm going to have a baby!
Bart starts up a voodoo pregnancy clinic, and he and Homer are kidnapped by the mob so Bart can work his sex magic on Fat Tony's racehorses.
Young love.
It is completely preposterous, and to somehow give it an emotional core, the episode falls back on the good old Homer is a terrible father and role model theme. That might have been fine, except that the series was in its 25th season. We know full well that Homer's a bad role model. The whole plot felt like an outlandish coat of paint disguising a rudimentary Simpsons story. Number 8. Kill the alligator and run. The Simpsons was already on a downward slope by season 11, but Kill the Alligator and Run gave it extra momentum. This episode is widely panned by fans for being erratic and jumbled, and it's easy to see why.
Non-smoker at 8 years.
First, Homer suffers a nervous breakdown after thinking that he only has 3 years left to live. Then, the family goes to Florida and gets caught up in spring break.
Take him off the glass! Take him off the glass!
Then, Homer accidentally kills the state's mascot. So, the Simpsons go on the lam and begin working at a restaurant. All this and more in 20 minutes. It's absolutely chaotic, devolving quickly from down-to-earth and relatable to absurd farce.
You know, killing that gator was the best decision I ever made.
Got that right.
Turn tootin'.
Boy, howdy.
Yep.
More like kill this episode and run. Number 7. The greatest story ever told.
Latkes aren't as good as American pancakes.
It's one of the most famous episodes in Simpsons history, for all the wrong reasons. The greatest story ever told sees the family traveling to Jerusalem with Ned. Homer, of course, acts like an ignorant buffoon before getting lost in the desert and hallucinating that he's the Messiah.
You have been chosen, Homer.
Chosen for what, almighty Gherkin?
Rise and listen, my child.
The episode received middling reviews from critics, but fans absolutely despised it. Some cited the episode's ludicrous storyline, others blamed Sacha Baron Cohen's disappointing and incredibly grating guest appearance.
You don't want to do a photo with me? You can hold my gun.
Regardless of the reason, this episode was rated the show's worst by the online discussion group No Homers Club, and by quite a large margin. Number 6. Moe goes from rags to riches. Absolutely no one asked for a history of Moe's bar rag, yet here we are. This bizarre episode begins with a town meeting at Moe's, where everyone laughs at the bond he shares with his bar rag. The rag then tells his Forrest Gumpian story as he's traveled surprisingly far and witnessed many notable events throughout history.
You have taken our gold and jewels and given us this faded cloth.
That's right, and if anyone asked who swindled you, it was Christians.
It wouldn't be so bad if the jokes were actually funny or if the episode intelligently commented on historical events, but it was instead completely aimless and laugh-free. Then there's a B story involving Bart and Milhouse that's redundant and completely untethered from the rag story. The episode is a total mess. Number 5. Saddle Sore Galactica. Saddle Sore Galactica was a major turning point for the show, and not in a good way. The episode starts with the family rescuing a diving horse and training it as a racehorse. Okay, fair enough.
Welcome to the secret land of the jockeys.
But then rival jockeys kidnap Homer, take him to the underground land of the jockeys, and reveal themselves to be elves. Yes, actual elves. And with that, the Simpsons had officially jumped the shark, if they hadn't already.
Your horse must lose.
My horse must lose?
Or should we say entered the land of the jockeys? Looking back, it's maybe not so bad, but at the time, this was borderline sacrilegious. It's a historic episode in The Simpsons canon, one where the show completely abandoned all pretenses of normality and relatability. Number 4. The Boys of Bummer. The Boys of Bummer took everything endearing about The Simpsons and threw it out the window.
Oh, it's horrible, but you can't take your eyes away.
In this episode, Bart becomes a victim of the town's malicious cruelty after blowing an important baseball game. Bart has been the town outcast before, but for much more legitimate reasons. Here, he just blew a baseball game. That somehow warrants pelting him with food, persistently booing and jeering, and publicly ridiculing him on the radio. Bart has a nervous breakdown and eventually attempts to take his own life by throwing himself off the water tower.
I hate Bart Simpson!
We don't mind dark humor, but the emphasis is supposed to be on humor. This is pretty much just hateful. Number 3. Love is a many strangled thing. This episode courted controversy, but lacked original or thoughtful commentary to back it up.
Knock it off! Stop it! This isn't funny!
The premise is actually pretty unique, as Homer takes intense fathering enrichment classes that prevent him from strangling Bart.
I mean, it's not the only tool in my parenting toolbox, but it's the sharpest. Right?
However, the episode's content and message is dark and downright malicious. Homer suffers trauma from being strangled by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his friends, and Bart becomes a heartless bully without Homer to strangle him. He even prank texts Moe rather than saving his father from being hung. Worst of all, Dr. Xander becomes disillusioned with Bart's sociopathic tendencies and decides to murder him.
You see? You see how that boy pushes your buttons?
We'll talk when he's dead.
Granted, there are some good laughs along the way, but you have to wade through some truly unenjoyable stuff to get there. Number 2, The Principal and the Pauper. With The Principal and the Pauper, the show's golden age came to an abrupt and disappointing end.
You're not Seymour Skinner.
Skinner?
I'm Skinner.
This episode infamously revealed that Principal Skinner is actually an imposter named Armin Tamzarian. The reveal, complete with a Deus Ex Machina ending that completely negated the revelation, was despised by the show's fan base, and many people consider it the show's official jump the shark moment. Even Matt Groening and Harry Shearer have disowned the episode, calling it, quote, a mistake that was, quote, disrespectful to the audience.
We still have to face the fact that I'm not really Seymour Skinner.
Oh, no, we don't.
The Principal and the Pauper started one of the biggest, and definitely the most famous quality decline in television history. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Lisa Goes Gaga. The Simpsons often features guest stars, but Lisa Goes Gaga put Lady Gaga front and center, and fans were not having it.
I love you, Lady Gaga!
The episode was basically a 20-minute commercial for the singer, and many people called out The Simpsons for selling out and resorting to cheap gimmicks. The episode was also bad on a purely technical level. Lady Gaga's vocal performance was bland, and the show resorted to unoriginal jokes like making fun of her weird outfits.
Stop it, Homer! Some of that meat is me.
Can I just trim the hem?
They also criticized the depiction of Gaga's character as some type of Christ-like savior who can sense when young girls are upset. Quick summary, Lady Gaga is a loving eccentric who makes outcasts feel better about themselves. There, we saved you 20 minutes.
Whatever you say.
Where do you think The Simpsons lost the plot? Let us know in the comments.
Without a doubt, the worst episode ever. Rest assured that I was on the internet within minutes, registering my disgust throughout the world.